Greetings, my friends. Thank you for watching this video, and if you would be so kind, please subscribe if you like what you see. Help our channel to keep growing and keep fighting the war to save pop culture. Together, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. Enjoy, and thanks. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth. And oh dear God, the news about Indiana Jones 5 keeps rolling in, and I have to tell you, as bad as I thought it was, sources are telling me it's even worse. I made a members-only video wherein I discussed the 4chan leaks with a bit of mockery, because even I, a supervillain, did not believe it could possibly be as bad as what was being reported in those leaks. Well, apparently, I was too quick to dismiss it. It was not too bad to be true. In actual fact, according to very reliable sources, it was exactly true.
Disney seems to be on some kind of weird self-destructive kick these days. They fired Chapek and then brought in the guy who created the problems that Chapek got fired for. Disney jumped out of the SJW frying pan into the flames of woke, bringing in the woke asshole who brought in all the woke assholes. And now there's no one left to stand in the way of Kathleen Kennedy destroying Indiana Jones the way she destroyed Star Wars. This harridan's bitter hatred of Lucas and Spielberg seems pathological in its mad intensity, and I should know. I'm a bit touched in the head myself, though given that I'm only a head now, where the hell else could I be touched? So what are your sources saying about Indy 5, Doomcock? Lay it on us, oh villainous future ruler of Earth.
Very well, Harvey. But get ready, folks. Now that Iger has returned to Disney, spreading wokeness to all the woke little theys and thems in the company, there's less chance than ever of this terrible ending being changed, and you'll understand why in a minute. Now, in this message I got from my source, I've been told way more than I can tell you here. That's because I need to protect my sources, but let me tell you, this is from someone with specific first-hand knowledge of the situation. In other words, this comes directly from sources who participated in the production and know the individuals involved in creating some of this footage. I have to be careful what I say here, but trust me, this is an unusually good source, and this is the source that told me first about the space horsies running along the outside of the spaceship in Rise of Skywalker. A source inside Disney and/or Lucasfilm who knows precisely what they're talking about. However, at this point I must state that what I'm about to tell you is information provided to me by a source claiming knowledge of the situation. But since I cannot personally confirm this information, I must present this as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt. So shortly after my last video about Indiana Jones 5, where I discussed the 4chan leaks briefly in passing and expressed skepticism about them, I received some detailed information from a longtime source. Now, in my previous video, I discussed a 4chan leak that gave a particular ending that was seen at a test screening. According to that leak, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is playing Helena Brody, the granddaughter of Marcus Brody, and is quite possibly one of the most annoying characters put to screen. I wouldn't be surprised if she wrote her own lines. She constantly lectures Indy about his privilege. The main MacGuffin is a golden clock that's the key to an ancient time portal. A group of neo-Nazis is trying to track it down before Indy can. First, they go to ancient Rome for a bit, but they go back through and end up in 1933. A significant chunk of the movie is set in 1933, and the main trio is old Indy, Helena, and younger Indy. In my screening, the movie ends with young Indy sacrificing himself to save Helena, causing old Indy to fade away like Marty does in Back to the Future. Helena picks up his hat, and the movie ends with a montage of her in iconic Indiana Jones scenes set to the John Williams score. Even to me, as villainous as I am, that ending seems so insanely over-the-top awful that I doubted it. 4chan is kind of the wild, wild west of the internet. Anything goes over there. And unfortunately, you get a mix of absolute truth and total conspiracy theory bullshit whenever you visit. You never know which it is. Well, apparently, if the following source is correct, we do know. And this is the ending that Kennedy wants. And it isn't good, people. It isn't good at all. Shortly after I published my last video citing a source about the best of the tested endings, wherein Harvey mentioned the 4chan ending in passing, I got this highly detailed message about that 4chan ending, and here's what my source said, quote, "Blank has news on Indy. Your walk-in is right," unquote. The source then established that he/she personally knew who had produced the ending mentioned in the 4chan post, and that this ending is the worst of 4 endings that this source knew of. The source continues, quote, "This is itself another reshoot, because Kathy fucked up so royally. Indy does fade away, and Phoebe takes over as Indy for Disney Plus," unquote.
Told you so. I'm an expert on evil eldritch perversion, and no one does perverting and corruption of source material like the arch-hack herself, Kathleen Kennedy. I don't put anything past her, dude.
You are wise, Harvey Cthulhu. Sadly, you are wise. My source then gave me a gold mine of insider information about Indy 5, so buckle up, people. Prepare to have your minds blown. Quote, "Disney now is in ass-covering mode and has close to $800 million invested in this film with 3 filmings and 4 reshoots, and it is a total clusterfuck. Not one thing our source inside Lucasfilm has ever said to us has been wrong. He/she fucking said riding on spaceships and My Pretty Ponies, and I thought he/she was fucking with me hard, and lo and behold, he/she was telling the truth, and they were also 100% honest. He/she has been validated over and over. And if they say the same thing as this 4chan leaker to the T, then I suspect the 4chan leakers saw the test screening of this footage. But there are a minimum of 4 endings and probably more in play, and all a tad different. They all end with Indy being removed in one way or another, but the one 4chan guy saw was the worst, as shows the gallery doing everything Indy ever did, but better.
So Indy does fade away, vanishing in time, and then this stupid fleabag steals his shit and becomes Indiana Jones moving forward in history? Lovely. And Disney wonders why 67% of the public hates them and why their movies and shows keep bombing.
Yep, they go on wondering, never understanding. It's this kind of woke bullshit that is killing them. But there's more, oh Skull of Calderon. I got a message from my longtime contact who told me they had gotten in touch with this source inside Lucasfilm and or Disney directly. Quote, "I asked our source inside Lucasfilm to listen to Doomcock. He/she says to tell Doomcock the video the test guy saw with Phoebe Waller-Bridge's face added into all the famous Indy scenes replacing him is real and exactly as he was told. The source said this is the ending KK really fucking wants and the ending the studio is saying no to. And this is the fight, and the source has no idea what is going to happen. The source said all endings the source has seen end with Phoebe Waller-Bridge taking over, but the one who takes over all going back in time is absolutely real and being screened, and the source says the people who see it flip their shit. No one likes it. The source says to tell Doomcock to believe with only minimal skeptical filtering the shit about Indy. The source says knowing they tanked Star Wars, Kennedy has gone all in on absolutely tripling down and destroying Indy and replacing him with this gal. And the source said the movie is shot so through the whole thing, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is better, and Indy basically gives her the hat as he is vanishing. and is saying, I saved you. Please take my place as you will do right all the things I've done wrong, as you are better, smarter, and wiser than I could have ever been. The source said the source has seen it, and it is real. The source has told us this for basically a year, so I believe this source. I think Kennedy tripled down and filmed this, unquote. Well. This is the worst of all possible news. I can understand why Kennedy wants this ending. It's kind of the perfection of her talentless hatred, her vandalism of the works of men, far greater than she will ever be. Men that created great things from scratch, original things, whereas all Kennedy can ever do is tinker and vandalize the works of great men because she hasn't got an original creative bone in her body. Bless her heart, she actually thinks that if she makes a movie erasing Indy, it'll actually erase Indy. Well, I have news for Kathleen Kennedy. Raiders of the Lost Ark and the original Star Wars trilogy will survive long after her silly little fan movies are dust, because the sands of time bury stunted little statues like hers, and only the towering monuments of greatness will stand tall above those relentless sands. All Kennedy is doing is aping the masters with cheap forgeries and garish colors that are only destined to decorate the bargain bins at Walmart. Kennedy can't erase Indy or Luke or anything, because we all have our DVDs, our Blu-rays, and the joy of these movies that she can never touch. This ending, making yet another sad Kennedy surrogate the bestest ever, and literally trying her best to erase the contributions of great men because of her bitter jealousy, is so transparently pathetic, it's just laughable. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go watch an actual movie made by men with actual talent. I'm going to go watch Raiders of the Lost Ark in 4K. But stay tuned, folks. I doubt this will change now that Bob Iger is firmly entrenched wokeness at Disney, but regardless, I will keep bringing you Indy 5 news so long as it keeps coming in, and who knows? Maybe Iger, out of sheer ego, will force her to change it just because he doesn't want such a huge disaster at the start of his second term. I doubt it, but hey, hope springs eternal. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.